off my hand!
Tomatoes! Wolf Tick Nation, thank you guys for tuning into once again another Wolf Tick Videos episode. I had to move the bike stand. We are glad you guys are here because it is a new build day. That's right. We have got this box back here. It's got a doozy of a frame in there.
Some have already seen it.
Some of you guys already seen it. If you have been watching the Mail Time, we are super excited to bring you this frame.
Some people might have seen the title of this and went, whoa, maybe they've never been on Wolf Tick videos before.
Yeah, this frame here, I mean, we do budget builds here, but on our Patreon, when one of our patrons got us this frame, on the Patreon channel, this build was supposed to be a part of it, but since I got my wing all messed up, or the patron that supplied it said, hey, why don't you guys just build on YouTube and share the love with everybody?
Did he say that? I think he said it was up to us.
It was up to us. But that sounds better. What we're going to be doing with...
I know what he doesn't want you to say his name every 5 minutes.
We're going to be doing on today's episodes, we're going to show you guys what this frame is. We'll get some shots of it. It's a steel frame. In steel we trust. In rust we trust. Yeah. Right? Something like that. Yeah. It's a Marino. It's a Marino frame, 27.5.
Apparently, if you know, you know.
If you know, you know.
And if you don't, we're all going to find out together.
Steel is real. We wanted to make sure that we warned you guys on this whole build process. They're going to be looking at the fork, looking at the frame, getting some measurements.
And we're still going to be doing a bunch of budget stuff. I want to make sure. I don't want people to be like, well, hang on. All of our regulars watching this go, whoa,
they've forgotten.
Whoa.
No, it's just special circumstances.
It is special circumstances, and instead of this being a Patreon exclusive, we're going to do it on here, and we're going to find other stuff to go on Patreon.
Yeah, we've got a lot of parts for this bike already, and so you guys all understand out there,
show them.
It's not going to be budget. This will be an upper echelon build, especially that fork back there. And this frame, I believe, is right around $5.99.
Kind of like the bike that you hurt your wing on wasn't a budget build. Someone's all commenting, that's what you get for riding budget bikes. Like, that was the most expensive bike we have.
And there was a little bitty scratch on it.
It's about $2,800 worth of build.
An expensive build. But that was a Patreon build. But anyway, let's go ahead and open up this frame. And then also, I want to do a little bit of thank yous to some new patrons that we've got.
Yeah, we're going to welcome some.
Yeah, welcome some new patrons.
Well, so guys, one's new but not new.
Yeah. Guys, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're any part of the Wolf Tick Nation. Today's going to be a very cool episode, just checking this frame out, talking about it a little bit, and again, showing you guys the fork and maybe some stuff that's going to be going on in it as well. All right? Let's do it. So, this is our new build, Wolf Tick Nation. This is a steel frame Marino Cabala frame.
Apparently, like we said, if you know, you know, and if you don't, and we're in the don't category.
This apparently is a big deal. Well, we're doing our Patreon meetup.
Beautiful.
And in Dardanelle, Mount Nebo. Man, we had one of our problems with Project Chong, one of our new builds that was on Patreon, the bike I crashed on. And we had to run to a bike shop, right? And I had a Marino jersey on because the patron supplied me with a Marino jersey. It was freaking sweet. And everybody in that bike shop started freaking out going, oh, dude, that's a sweet jersey. Do you, even the lady, the emergency room doctor at the hospital really enjoyed my Marino jersey.
It was wild.
And I was like, we're not cutting this thing off. You guys should have seen me taking it off at the hospital.
Yeah, it was not fun. You should have seen me taking it off.
Yeah, anyway, everybody at the bike shop was freaking out going, dude, that is an awesome jersey. Do you have that frame? Or do you have a Marino? And I was like, well, we're building one. So this is Reynolds 520 Chrome Ollie butted frame tubes. That's a sticker that comes on. We've got to rock that thing. Does that thing look old?
This is one of those things, like we say this a lot on the channel, you really have to see this in person to appreciate it.
Yeah, it's got such a beautiful, it's so like dark of a blue.
Finish
it's so dark of a blue, it's almost, yeah, I think it's what they call it, hammered steel. So dark of a blue finish, it almost looks purple. You know what I'm saying? And I believe, we're talking with the patrons on this build, I believe the color...
It's closer to like a midnight.
Yeah, midnight blue. It's super dark, but I think with the patrons we're talking about, the colors that we're going to choose on this is going to be purple, blue, and silver. Something like that. So it's going to be a pretty neat build.
What's on
we've got a tapered head tube up here. Again, this is an all-steel frame. I'm going to measure this head tube because we still have to order a headset for it.
Yeah.
Tapered head tube, just got some really cool metal flanges, Cabala. There's a couple of things I was wanting to show you guys. We'll show you guys here in a second.
Don't start naming stuff because I'm sure on this one, one's going to get picky on what you call it. Yeah. We're going to have some new people watching. They're going to be really skeeved out with the way we do things.
So this is a 44 to 56.
Okay.
44 to 56 millimeter head tube. Let's see what the seat post diameter is. Seat post diameter is a 31.9. Okay. And I believe this is a boost frame. The rear is kind of neat. It comes with 2 different spacers, right? And me and old big brother Kevin H were trying to figure out 31.9. Me and big brother Kevin H were all over this thing trying to figure it out, what size the dropouts were on the rear. And they're 142, or you could be a 148, I believe, because it comes with a spacer. Apparently, our other patron, old Chuck U, is going to be building us a wheel set like he did with the Moleville, the Travail. So it's pretty neat. We've got internal routing.
He does a heck of a wheel set.
Yeah, he does some awesome wheel sets, so we'll be looking forward to receiving that in the mail.
Hopefully he's doing good with his leg. He also took an injury.
Yeah, man, old Chuck had a nasty injury. I'll show you guys maybe some footage of our Patron ride.
If I'm doing that again.
Can we quote you on that?
You can quote me on that. Yeah, let me get some water on that.
I hope that's more red than corn.
It's more ground beef than anything.
Oh, no.
We attacked the Black Diamond, and...
Well, it attacked you guys.
Yes, and I hope his calf is okay. It was nasty. We've got a little bit... This is kind of worrisome. When we go to put a dropper on this thing, it's got a little crook in the neck right here. You guys see that little crook in the neck? I'm a little worried about that because it should drop all the way down in there. This is a small frame, by the way. It's got internal routing for a dropper, which is a good thing. But everything else is all exposed, you know. I want you guys to see down here by the chainstay, there were some ideas that we're talking about with the patrons. And I believe there's an area on this I actually want to paint or fill in with some paint.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down on that.
It's pretty cool.
Watch the gimpy. Look, stop. Look, he's under orders not to be doing what he's doing, just so you know. So I'm going to be getting on to him.
Check this out, man. If you can see right here on this chainstay, it's got Marino stamped into the steel. And I was thinking I would like to get some white paint or some silver paint on the color coordinating and paint that in. I think that would be really neat to make that pop. On the inside of the chainstay, on the left side of the cranks, we've got Hecco, a Mono, and Peru. So it's made in Peru.
That would be Hecho.
Hecco. Hecho. This thing is made in Peru. It's got a Marino rear. I believe this is a 12mm through axle on the rear. A fixed clamp on the seat post. It's freaking sweet, man. Chromoly, like I said, hammered steel, you know. So make sure you guys check out the link in the description. We'll put a link. I was checking out all the measurements and all that reach, all that good stuff on this frame. You guys can check it out. Head tube angle is like ridiculous on this. I kind of like that little welded tab up there for the brake. That's kind of neat, you know. Exposed way up top there. Kind of nice.
I'm excited about steel because I'm a fan of steel, and you've always been, you have it in your head that steel equals heavy and clunky. And I've always told you, if you ever rode on steel frame, you would really like the way it feels, because it gives you a different ride than aluminum does.
Yeah, well, I can't wait. You know, I can't wait. Hopefully we'll time it out just right for this is fixed and good, and then I can jump right on this bike. That would be really cool.
Well, just you can stay off Blue Jay.
Yeah, so let's talk about some things, some parts that we've actually got for this bike. First one's going to be the fork back. Now, why don't you grab that domain? If you guys got to watch that last episode on the RockShox Judy Gold, we took that off of the Ardor, and we had this one here supplied by a patron.
If I hand this to you, don't you dare mess with the other arm.
And we are going to be installing this fork on this bike. This is the RockShox Domain 38mm stanchions. RockShox. This thing's a beast. Put it in that head too. I just want to see what it looks like. Watch the frame. Oh, dude, that's going to be sick. Oh, man.
Well, this ain't even sitting right.
I know.
Look what you did to this thing.
No. That right there happens whenever I get footage of it. That's a camera error. You know, I got to put a clamp up there. Anyway, so we're putting the RockShox Domain on there. What is that, 160 millimeters of travel?
Yeah, I think it's...
Yeah, 160. Oh, 150 millimeters of travel. So that's the fork we're going to be going on. Still have yet to put a headset on there. We do plan on getting
Did we not do initial impressions on this fork?
Yeah, you guys can watch initial impressions and the real-time review on the Domain.
We're going to put links.
We'll be putting a dropper on this thing, of course, internally routed. Old Chuck's supposed to be building the wheel set. It's going to be it's got a dub bottom bracket. I mean, this thing is going to be pretty damn... It's going to be a nasty build.
Don't talk about stuff like that. If you're going to show it, show it. If you're not, then let's wait till another episode.
Well, I'm not going to show it.
Okay, well then don't talk about it.
Well, I got to talk about something.
No, let's talk about the frame a little bit and then checking it out. Just give them a sneak peek. We got maybe weigh it.
Yeah, we can weigh it. Yeah. We'll be weighing this thing for you guys here shortly, but all of the welds and just the attention to detail on this thing are sweet, man. Including the paint job, the stickers, And really, what I like about the stickers, or the decals, if you will, they're cleared over, you know, so they're definitely going to stay on there. Again, with that stamped out portion, I do want to put some paint on there to make it pop, because it needs a pop. You know, it's going to be hidden behind the crankset anyway, but...
I'm almost wanting you to put another coat of clear on this thing, just to give it
just
some
to
extra
keep it so we don't scratch it, yeah. But yeah, that's going to be the build, guys. And if you guys are looking forward to this thing as much as we are, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on. If you ain't a part of the Wolf Tick Nation, let's talk about some new patrons that we've got.
Yeah, we have a few. Well, we have sort of. We do have a few. We have a few new patrons.
Yeah, you guys have heard these names before, I'm sure.
Well, there's two that they've heard before.
Two? All right, first patron we show a little bit of love to, newer patron. Who is it?
And the newest patrons, but not new to the channel and not new to the Wolf Tick Nation. Been around for a while, sent us stuff in mail time, always in the comments, always positive. He knows a good thing when he sees it and is entertained thoroughly every episode.
Well, he's a patron, of course.
Well, now he is, and that is old Armando Cardenas.
Armando Cardenas. Man, thank you so much for being a patron. And again, thank you so much for just commenting all the time. He's a positive dude.
I'm really hoping... Some people, I always worry when they become patrons. It's not for everybody, and I'm hoping he's enjoying it. Has he been commenting on Patreon?
Yeah, he's been commenting.
Good.
He's been giving some heart, showing some love.
Good. And then... Similar situation, we got old LeBron Photo.
Not.com.
Yeah, who's been, a supporter of the channel for probably close to 2 years now, I think. And has always given us coffee. So, he was like, well, man, I might as well just bite the bullet and become a patron also.
He did like a 13-hour drive, guys, for our Patreon meetup.
He came the furthest.
And was the oldest guy there, riding like the youngest guy.
Did not ride it, yeah.
Had a blast.
He's something else.
Heck of a guy, photographer. You guys talked about cameras.
We did some photography together.
And he was there when we had the coffee debacle on Patreon.
But
LeBron, man, thank you so much for all the support, and now we'll all get to watch this build together.
Yeah,
man.
And Patreon's not for everybody, so I'm glad that he's on there and enjoying it.
Absolutely.
Also, just recently, our newest, Victor Hernandez.
Victor Hernandez.
Yes, I don't know. He might go from a different name in the comments.
Victor Hernandez he's in his 50s. He was the one that he sent us a novel. He's like, man, sorry about the novel, but I'm just super excited.
Talk about his age? Why do you always bring up ages with everybody?
Well, he mentioned he was an old school guy.
You brought up LeBron's age, brought up Victor's age. Do we need to talk about their ages? When you get older, you'll understand. But you always want to talk about the age.
Victor Hernandez, he's old school, all right? Used to ride all the time, still does apparently. I think he said he's still got one of his original mountain bikes. Victor Hernandez, hopefully you stick around for a while. And
hopefully all of our patrons stick around. It's a fun group.
Yeah, but Victor Hernandez seems like he's all about you, you know. I'm not used to people being all about you.
Not everybody needs to be a patron, and we're happy that some people aren't, because I think it'd be too much for some, and you might not like it.
Hey, but if you want to give it a try,
if you want to try it,
go down below.
You can try it and see what you think. But anyway, we appreciate you being here, giving a thumbs up anyway. If you'll give a thumbs up and subscribe, that's all we really require of you. You know, if we ask that, if you want to go extra mile, you can always donate money through PayPal if you want to help the channel, or you can buy us a cup of coffee through that, or you become a patron if you can handle the language and the coffee debacles and everything else.
Absolutely. But if you guys are interested in that, man, it's weird saying, if you guys want to watch this build, go over to Patreon, because it's going to be a YouTube build.
That would have been the case.
Yeah, it would have been the case. But if you guys want to help support, like I said, just a good father-son team, man, we'd appreciate it. But Wolf Tick Nation, I think that's enough of a teaser for the Marino Cabala frame. Man, again, make sure you guys stick around, turn notifications on so we can watch this build all together. I can't wait.
For the comments are going to be different on this one, because we're going to have some people watching this going, these guys are... we're going to get some harsh criticism.
Yeah, for
sure. Because the people that like stuff like this do not like us.
All right, guys.
But we're bringing it to the masses.
We'll see you on the next episode.
Yeah.